Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back, team. You're at Next Level JJ, and today what we're doing is taking it from day to night to day. So it's good to have you back. Hopefully you've been doing well. I've been doing great. It's been a cool week. I've had some fun streams and then staring down the barrel of an awesome weekend as well. Hey, it's good that you're here. I hope you've seen some of my previous streams on Assetto Corsa. As the title suggests, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to the legendary Spa Francorchamps, which is an amazing historic racetrack in Belgium. And what we're going to be testing today is Assetto Corsa Evo, or ACE, its day-night cycle. And so to do that, I've basically turned up the multiplier on the time to 48, and so it takes 30 minutes to do a 24-hour loop. And so one of the things that happens in the endurance racing world is every year, or multiple times a year, but the main event every year, Spa hosts a 24-hour race, and as the title then suggests, people and teams race their cars for 24 hours flat. But again, this is part of our journey. We're trying to, sort of explore Assetto Corsa, learn a little bit more about what Evo is going to give us. And one of the key things for me is how it manages day-night cycles. So we're going to give that a spin. We also have to do a couple of licenses before we can buy the car we want. So, hey, it's all part of the fun. Now, of course, if you want to learn a little bit about me, a little bit about this channel, very easy. Just simply head over to nextleveljj.com. Most importantly, there you can find my schedule, as I'm a streamer that does multiple types of games every week. If you're not into a specific type of game, then go check out my schedule and you can see when I'm streaming the stuff that you're after. One of the key things here, and I reach out to you with all my heart and ask nicely, if you're on Twitch, give us a follow. The moment I reach affiliate level, I can upgrade my quality, but more important, then I can start scheduling my streams, because the scheduling function just allows like basically one type of schedule, and my schedule fluctuates. So yeah, help me help you. Nothing as always. Stream beats by Harris Heller. My goodness, today we're listening to, is it their Supreme album? Their Supreme album, something different, something cool. Every stream that I have, I run one of their different albums, and every time there's some absolute bangers and pearlers in there. So definitely go and check that out. Now, I thought before we get into sort of the actual game itself, me by now, if you watch my streams, is let's just quickly just go over to the website. The reason why is a lot of people don't know what Assetto Corsa Evo is at this point. People know the name Assetto Corsa. They even know Assetto Corsa Competizione. And so Evo is obviously the next evolution of that. But important, it is currently in early access. And so what that means is the game's not released technically in its final state. They're still working on it. And so it is basically not even half of what the final product will be. But it means that you pay half price for it. And if you've watched my previous streams, especially the one I did two streams ago, I came out going, it's worth buying it as it is for the product it is now, for what you're paying for now. But my goodness, is there a lot of stuff coming now. I mean, there's a lot of marketing jargon in here, but a key thing here is where are we? Early access. So what are we doing? We're going to be, they're doing the early access program. We're developing the early access program. And then they're going to be ending with this full release, hopefully in the next couple of months. We wait with bated breath. I just want to have a look here. Yeah, no, that's still rolling. Lovely. Cool. Now, what are we getting into this? We're getting everything that a proper sim needs to be, and I think they're approaching it the right way. The thing is, Assetto Corsa and Competizione is like stalwarts of the sim industry. Of course, iRacing is like, in many people's eyes, the North Star. But Assetto Corsa is secretly, well, not secretly, I think it's well known, just become this thing that is used widely by all sim racers, including racing teams. There are Formula One teams that uses Assetto Corsa as the base for their simulation models. All right, now, of course, there's a lot of work that they do, and they probably pay very dearly for hardcore 3D scan tracks. Not that the tracks in the Assetto Corsa aren't already 3D scanned, the ones in Evo are, but the point is they probably take it to the next level, obviously. But just scrolling down, you know, visual masterpiece. So they're working on this. I've said in previous streams that right now in this early access edition, it's running a bit shitty on my laptop. But again, I think that's more down to my laptop than the game. And I think that you can't expect in early access to have this perfectly working engine for all computers, different types and so forth. And so they're working on that. But so far, it is really beautiful. Sometimes when I, you know, go in to take photos and I bump all the graphics to its absolute maximum, it is stunningly beautiful. And I think if I give it the ultimate compliment, I'll say it looks as good as Gran Turismo 7. And I think Gran Turismo 7, though it is not a hardcore sim, it's the most beautiful sim. Yeah, so visceral feeling. This is something I've been experiencing a lot. It really does feel like so close to the real thing. And you know, I could talk about my S2000. You know, I start the stream with me sitting in the S2000. By the way, it's currently, the sun is setting here in the background, but you'll see the cycle changes as we go. And so yeah, but what I can say is I've driven an S2000 on the limit, and how it feels in the game is pretty bang on. All right, it's a spiky car, but it feels pretty good. The only thing is the audio, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But visual feeling is there. Immersive soundscape. Just drive the 2004 Michael Schumacher Formula One car or the Ferrari F40 LM, and you'll know what I mean. I streamed that, and it was amazing. Seamless controls. I've experienced that. It's very good. We'll get into the VR at some point. Photorealistic experience, very cool for sure. Unmatched precision. So here again, this is where they're really pushing things to the next limit. They're photo scanning textures, 3D trees, and obviously the tracks and stuff they've gone into high detail with. So very cool. But for the sim racing community, there's been something really exciting that was released regarding Assetto Corsa Evo. And what is that? So one of the big selling items for Evo is, yes, Assetto Corsa. All the races, the maps, the cars, all of that. But they have been 3D scanning and photographing the entire area around the Nürburgring Nordschleife, or the Eiffel area. And so one of the big things will be that you will be able to free roam, drive around in an open world in Assetto Corsa Evo. That is some Need for Speed shit right there. And seriously, that's got me almost more excited because, you know, you can go and play Assetto Corsa with mods and graphics up to the Huza, and it will probably be just as good as Evo. Maybe in some regards even better, because there's so many mods that you can already do. You know, the Toge map, I'm looking at you, we're coming to a live stream soon. But being able to free roam through cities and highways and all kinds of areas, it's got this really cool idea behind it. Like, you go into an online world, you meet up with friends, you do, you know, like, there's going to be these unwritten challenges that there'll be like website, like from this corner to that corner is like a 15-kilometer loop, best times, you know, stuff like that. Hopefully they bring that into the game. But I thought, instead of me talking about this, why don't I just show it to you? Now, just be warned, I'll be honest with you, if there's a trailer that's ever been not exciting, but trying to be not exciting to hype the excitement, it's this. There's no music and the audio is pretty average, but check it out. Assetto Corsa's Eiffel trailer.
Okay, session is over. Box this lap. Copy. Am I ready? Box.
And so here I think they missed the trick, because this they could have done in the,
It looks like we got all the data we need. Good
in
job.
the parking lot of the Touristenfahrten, and then just literally driven out of there. But hey,
We need to do some work with the data, but stick around, okay?
I think they're just trying to show the level of...
Sounds good. I'll enjoy the place.
Stop interrupting me, pit crew, or you'll be fired. Just a bit of music in the background. I could put my Spotify in, but I thought, experience it as it is. And I think they're doing this on purpose. Look at this. That's the castle in the middle of the Nürburgring. I'm a fan. And so, yes, we're going to be driving around in that. Highways. Can you imagine? Some of the cars that will be driving on highways. Okay, that's the Nordschleife. There's some dirt tracks. You know, maybe they one day incorporate Evo with Assetto Corsa Rally. GTA vibes. Everybody's going to go and try and find that and take a picture. Hey, Bells. Hey. That's one horny character. Sorry, I can't stop with the dad jokes. There we go. See? Enjoy the quiet. Oof. The famous garage. There we go. Damn, son. Right. So, again, you're going to be able to get that by buying the game in early access for half price. And already there's people playing online. There's lots of good in it. So if you're a person in the sim racing industry or just love racing, even just on your, you know, obviously you can't buy the early access yet on PlayStation and Xbox and stuff. But if you're on PC, go ahead, buy it. You're probably not going to regret it just for that open world. Now, hey, we've got a couple of people watching live. Don't forget, we do have a chat up. So, you know, don't be shy. Say, let's go. Feel free to drop into the chat. I'd love to hear from you. Talk about it. Yeah, just hear what you think of the game. All right, team. So I think what we should do, we should probably, let's go down here, get into Assetto Corsa. So, as mentioned in my previous stream, we do have a career mode and an open mode. Of course, in career mode, everything you do gets recorded. You get money for it. Money, I call it V-Bucks. It's got a V dollar, so whatever, V-Bucks. But also there's experience points and stuff like that. And so I would hope that all the effort I'm putting into this now, when the game goes into full release, I've already got that stuff. It would be cruel for them to take all of that away from us. So, yeah, please don't do that. And so if you did watch my last stream, what I did last time is we wanted to do a bit of racing at Bathurst, and so we you can see how long the graphics takes to load. Again, I'm promising you this is not going to be like it in the final product. And if you're wondering, my laptop runs a 4050 with 32 gigs of RAM and a top spec i7 internal processor. It's good enough to run Gran Turismo 5 Pro, PlayStation 5 Pro, and maybe a little bit better graphics. And so it's taking so long to load and they're not running so smoothly. It's just purely due to early access. That'll be improved. But what we did last time was simply we did some license so we could buy this BMW. So in Assetto Corsa, you can't just buy cars. You first have to qualify to buy them. And so we did some license to get the old BMW. And then we went to do Bathurst and we did Nürburgring. And if you watch my last stream, you'll remember I had some frustrating moments. This game kicked my ass, but I think it was teaching me something because, you know, I've done a lot of sim racing in my life, but of late, you know, before playing this, I was mostly in Gran Turismo, and Gran Turismo is fantastic. I love it as a game. It is amazing, but it's not 100% sim. I liken it to about 90% sim. And if anybody wants to argue, drive the same car on the same track in iRacing, Assetto Corsa, and Gran Turismo, and you'll immediately go, oh, okay, yeah, I see. Just the amount of times you will spin out doing the same thing. Actually, play Gran Turismo 7 first, then go to the other ones, and you'll see. And so it kicked my ass. It showed me that, you know, under load, depending on angle of suspension and turning your steering wheel angle, throttle can just spin you out. And so it's funny that I've driven faster cars in this BMW and had less problems, but this one, man, it taught me that you've got to be very tentative. And I'm an idiot. I like to run lower traction control or traction control off, where in modern racing traction control is a very common thing. And so, you know, it's part of my learning experience. I want to be really good at this. The whole channel's idea is next level JJ. We're taking things to the next level, and what that then means is we want to make sure that things like this are understood. That way, when we are racing against real people, we're not the idiot that is causing pain and suffering. And so we're working up to that, even though I've done it many times. Now, as our lovely little bubble up there says, if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button. You know, it's going to make a massive difference. We're trying to grow this channel as quickly as possible, and for that I need your support. Comments, I want to hear from you. I'm building a community. Head over to my Discord. Links are in the description or on my website. This is going to be where we're going to start creating these Assetto Corsa Evo group of people, and then we're going to go, what's the next race? My dream would be to build a little league where once a week we all come together and we have a practice session, qualifying session, and a race, and we just play like through a season. So yeah, come on, jump on board. Anywho, so what are we doing today? So as I said, our focus for today is going to be to purchase a Porsche GT3, the race car, and then drive on Spa Francorchamps. So if I go over in Francorchamps, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. So if I head over to said dealership, you'll notice that if I have a look, I want to get the 911 GT3 Cup car. All right, and to do that, I need a racing license 3. Now, I currently have a racing license 1, and so we're going to hopefully battle through it as quickly as possible. Now, just quickly going to make a quick change here. All right, excellent. And so the dream team is said golden Porsche that I've got here. So in the free, hang on, not the free, the sort of open version of the game. So if I just go back here, we go mode selection. So in the open mode, you can just go in, go to vehicles, vehicle hub, and you can just buy basically anything. And so that's what this golden Porsche is. But like I said, we've got to earn it in career mode, and so we're going to do that. All right, so what do we need to do? Well, we obviously need to drive, but we're going to go to the academy. And so if we go into licenses, you'll see, and this is important, team. I believe fully that when you do licenses, not on air, and maybe I'll do what I'm about to say on air at some point, but when you're at home, nobody's watching, do each license till you get 3 stars, then move on to the next one, no matter how frustrating it is. I did that when I was a kid with Gran Turismo, and that's why I'm as good as I am today. And so, you know, it's frustrating, but it's trying to teach you something. You start learning the mechanics. And the problem is if you jump from one to the next, the lessons you learned at the first evaporates quickly. But if you have to do it 20, 25, 30 times and then it clicks, your brain will have committed that to memory. So very wise. Obviously, I'm not going to do that today. Otherwise, the stream will be longer. But like I said, I think we'll do one dedicated stream to get everything in gold. And I hope that when this game goes into full release, there are rewards for people that are full gold, and that you automatically get that if you're an early access person. A lot of requirements. Okay, so we went through supercar, then we went into hypercar, which I don't think a 296 is a hypercar. It's, if you took a 296 15 years ago, when it was like Porsche Carrera GT, LaFerrari, stuff like that, and then you drop the 296, it's still technically not a hypercar. Hypercar in my head is a limited edition, like top of the line at that point in time. And so, I don't know. But hey, maybe if you took a 296 Speciale and back to like 15 years ago, maybe then. Okay, so we did our racing 1. That was to give us our BMW. So now we're going to do racing 2. Oh, hang on, we already did racing 2. That's right. And so racing 3, this is GT3 spec. I, in a way, famous last words, I, in a way, think this might be easier because in some cases, GT3 cars, if you drive them at 90%, they're easier to drive, whereas I found this BMW, when you were driving at 90%, it's still very loose, and so it taught me a lot of lessons. But anyway, so we're going to focus on racing 3. Cool. Let's set up, shall we? All right. Cheers. All right, so we're in a Mercedes Benz. Very cool car. Interesting enough, you can buy the black edition of this, which is almost exactly the same, except for, you know, obviously racing stuff like the wing is less goosenecky and the windows are not all polycarbonate and stuff like that. And so we're at Brands Hatch, and I'll be honest with you, the full Brands Hatch is probably, for me personally, one of the trickiest tracks ever. And it's because there's a lot of off-camber turns, especially turn one. I think if there's a turn that catches most people out in all forms of racing, turn one of Brands Hatch definitely up there. Okay, so we're going to give it a go. It's A to B, so it's just a section of the track, and they're going to try different settings. So let's give that a go. Cool, there we go. And we've got a heart rate up there as well. I think it's good for you guys to see just, you know, what's my heart doing, especially when I have near poop moments. All right, hopefully steering wheel works. I haven't driven today. Let's see how she goes. So I have to figure out where drive braking points are and stuff, so me making this would be amazing. Oh wow. Maybe it's the whole track we're racing through. Looks like it. Yeah, it's the whole track. Okay. That's a fine. We'll just have to learn our braking points. Yeah. Okay. So that's one braking point I missed. That's fine. So this won't count. So that's fine. I wasn't expecting to make that first time, and also, you know, I think it's key. You've got to know braking points, how the car feels. So I was expecting to fail that. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's got launch control. Excellent. I'm going to restart that. The reason why I say that is just because it seems like launch control is not the way to go. It just... click one. Half throttle. This car's got a lot of understeer. Yeah, so far so good. Didn't hug it like I wanted to, but hey. again, like I said, we are not going for gold today. We just want to get to Spa. And like I've said in previous series as well, I'd love for there just to be a button here that says next license. You know, like for me, that is the stupidest, most simplest thing. And I begged Gran Turismo for years to do that. So yes, I have to go. Quit. Are you sure you want to quit? I don't want to quit. I just want to do the next license, yo. And then you patiently wait. Oh, but a Ferrari at Imola. Yes. I tell you what, Imola is a track that I've really not played a lot in my life. But since Assetto Corsa focuses on Imola for some of its licenses in the wet, this is going to be fun. And again, so I and one of my friends here in New Zealand, a lifelong friend of mine, when we play Gran Turismo, I always turn traction control off. He always runs traction control at least once at 1. And I always go, well, it's better to drive without traction control. But this is in Gran Turismo. In this, if you have traction control, unless the weather is perfect, heat, tires, track is running, if you have it, use it. Also ABS. All right, here we go. So it does this sometimes. Okay, so I don't have my wipers mapped to a button on my steering wheel. I think I've got it here. Yeah, so okay, I have to turn wipers on to wipers 2. Is there a 3? Yeah, there's 3. Okay, cool. And restart. Okay, we got wipers this time. That helps. Okay, so 150 is the mark. How good's that turbo whistle? Now the question is, where do we brake? I'm going to guess the bridge. Luckily, this car's got ABS. Ooh-wee. Again, I'm trying to just not even focus on racing lines yet, just focus on where's braking points. But this car sounds and feels great. Oh, come on, turn, you bastard. Oh, you see, I actually went off the brakes. I might have been good enough to actually make that. Yeah, I would have made that. Okay, cool. Well, that feels good. Like I said, that GT3s might even be easier than the previous one. Okay, here we go. Let's try that again. Understeer, understeer. There we go. Okay. Get it a little bit straighter this time, and then after the bridge, and then here we go. No! Damn it. I tried to go in a bit fast. No, not replay. Start. This should be easier, team. Definitely brake a little bit later there. Okay, there I tried to push the line. Anyway, we'll go through it anyway. That was a bit village. There we go. This one's always tricky. And so what I'm going to do is tap off and brake a little bit, straight line a bit, and then go for full brake. And you got to keep braking because that's a very tight turn. You want to hit the apex here and get a good exit. Like that. Okay, so this will probably just be good enough for 1 star, but that's alright, like I said. He's just trying to finish his licenses today. Yeah, there's definitely another 5 seconds in that. Easily. Oh, but that felt good. Alright, and guess what? We are going to quit and go to the next one. Cool, so now we're at Laguna Seca, a track that I do know quite well. If it's dry, this should be, remember you still got to learn your braking points, should be a fairly easy one. Alright, there she is, it's looking nice and dry. Now we'll see how that traction control works again. Cool, I think what I'll do, yeah, there we go. Let's go. There we go. Definitely brake a little bit later. That's all right. I think we can brake at the bridge. Maybe even later. That was a bit bad, that, but hey, first time. Question is, where do we brake here? I'm gonna guess here. Into the... Whoa! Okay, yeah, that was a bit stupid by me. Anyway, let's feel out the rest before we restart. We can do it next time. Okay, second gear, check. And where do we brake here? At the cone, I guess. Okay, cool, happy. That was stupid. Like, the corkscrew is, if you ever see it in real life, I haven't yet, but I will, it's like 4 stories or 4 levels of a building high from its top point, and you just drop down like a roller coaster. You don't get that sense when you're in the game because everything seems level, but damn son, it's crazy that. And so what happened there is I simply went into it a little bit hot, just a teensy weensy little bit hot, and that caught me out. So now we know our breaking points. Let's go. Car, so good question. So hang on, let's just get out of here. So hey, we've got Summer Fratello that's joined the chat. Welcome, buddy. Good to have you. And so we're doing the Racing 3 licenses right now, just so that we can buy the Porsche to go to Spa, as the video says. And so we've already done the first 2, and now we're in a Mercedes-Benz, the AMG GT GT3. I think that would be the correct term for it. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can quickly get Laguna Seca wrapped up. And we can break a little bit later into this first corner. Nicely so far. Again, we're not going for level 3, we're just trying to finish it and move on so we can go buy that Porsche. That's a bit better. There we go, a little bit more respect for the corkscrew. I didn't change up there because I wanted to take this in second. There we go. Oh, how's that audio change? Love it. There we go. Awesome. So, Summer Fratello says, I've just downloaded the game. All I can say is, oh my god, I love the Formula 1 and try the Ferrari. Big wow. Yes, mate. Absolutely yes. Seriously, I can't stress this enough. What Summer Fratello is talking about here is so the frickin' truth. Like, just playing the Formula 1 car made me cry when I watched the replay. And then hey dude, have you tried the F40LM? The audio is sick, bro. 100%. The audio, I think they've nailed it. And you'll find there's certain parts of the track where they play the audio back to you. And so it actually changes it. I tell you what, why don't we give you an example of that? We'll quickly go to replay. Oh, wah, wah. Oh, that's of course because I've exited. But anyway, listen out for it. Sometimes when you go through certain sections where there's walls on both sides, which is stupid because the tracks got walls all the time. I think they're experimenting with it, but it just slaps, man. True SF25. I haven't tried the SF25. I've only focused on the 2004 and other cars. I'll give it a go. I think, you know, Jimmy Broadbent, one of the legendary streamers of sim racing and a real race driver, to be fair, he said that he felt it was okay, but that previous versions in Assetto Corsa Competizione and so forth are maybe a little bit better, but I'll definitely give it a go. I literally cried. Oh man, I know what you feel, man. I know what you feel. That I think that's something cool. What do you think of did you see the trailer for the Eiffel area that's gonna all inside? I had tears coming out of my eyes literally on stream when I was watching that Formula 1. Just do me a favor, dude. Take that Formula 1 car, the 2004, drive it around the Nürburgring just once, and then put it in replay and just sit back, relax, and just start crying again. Try the SF. I think it's sick. Okay, well, hey, I'll tell you what, at the end of the stream, we'll go and give it a spin for sure. But yeah, what did you think of the trailer for the Eiffel region? Do you like it? Are you excited about that? The SF is sick. All right, cool. So now we got a Porsche at Suzuka, one of my top 3 tracks of all time. And my top tracks are Nürburgring Nordschleife, Spa Francorchamps, Suzuka. Can you show me? Nah. Can you show me? What do you mean by can I show you? What would you like, mate? What would you like? Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna just try and figure out our braking points here. Okay, she's a bit loose, but that is expected. It is rear engine. Whoa, okay. All right. I was driving it like I just drove that AMG GT. So Fratello says, can you show me? Didn't watch the trailer. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. I tell you what, everybody, if you just joined, why don't we just show you how freaking awesome the Eiffel is. Here we go. And so they are purposefully...
Okay, session is over. Box this lap. Copy. On my way.
They're purposefully not playing any music or anything. You'll see it a little bit later.
Box. It looks like we got all the data we need. Good job.
And by the way, that is a GT3 RS. That's a road car, even though it looks like a track car.
We need to do some work with the data, but stick around, okay?
A racing car. You can drive that thing on track. That's what it's made for. It's about as track car for the road
I'll enjoy the place.
as you can get. Like lust after one, but I don't know. Like something about the playing GT3 touring gets me excited. And so this is, again, everybody, they're just enticing us. Look, that's the castle in the middle of the Nürburgring. If you're a fan of it or not. A work in progress down on the bottom right. This is going to be stuff we're going to drive through. Sima Fratello. This is going to be, we're going to be racing through these areas. And that will be like, I think a Need for Speed. There'll be racing challenges. There'll be proper races set up. But then there'll be free roam, I expect, as well, where people can just do crazy things, right? Oh, look at that. Highways. Top speed in a 787 Mazda, the 787B Le Mans car. That's what I'm hoping for. Wow. Wow, you are correct, son. You know, and of course, there's wildlife. It's sick, man. You're right. Hey, I think it's great. Why the long face, bro? Enjoy the quiet. See, they did that on purpose? Are you kidding me? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, there you go, bro. That's what it looks like. Yeah, man. The RB handies. F1 is love. Hey, man, I tell you what, I haven't done an F1 stream recently, so you've just reminded me I need to get back into it, especially with the season testing just around the corner. I've been, if you look through my YouTube channel or if you go to my website, I did a fantastic stream just before the last race of last season, and yeah, it was awesome. So if you enjoy watching Formula One streams, head over to my YouTube channel and go and look. I did make an edited version of it, so if you want, just go into the main area. Actually, you know what, I can make it easy for you if you like that. Hang on a second. Boop, boop. I'm not going to show it on screen, but I'll drop the link in the actual chat, then you can go and watch it, because I was quite proud of it. I thought it was one of the coolest streams I've done. It was so exciting. I had loads of fun. There we go, man. Check that out. Not now, of course. Stick with me, but definitely check it out. All right. Let's go. I forget. I don't have Spotify set up on my feet cam. I should do that so you can hear the music that was playing in the background. Okay, so where are we? We are back in Suzuka. We're taking the GT3, and we've got to be careful now. The engine sits over the back, and so I need to be in straight when I throttle. And so that's a way of driving a Porsche. Porsches, you have amazing traction on acceleration, but obviously as you're coming into corner, you've got that pendulum weight behind you, and so you just need to be a bit careful on mid-corner throttle and focus on the balance of it. You just gained a fan, a true one. I love you. I love your stream. It's been a while since I drove a GT3. Dude, give it a go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so again, we're just going to figure out our braking points here. Beautiful traction. And then slow on throttle application, get the car straightened in. And then probably one of the best corner sections in all of racing. See how she just wants to get let go at the back when I try to accelerate? It's okay, we'll be patient. And there we go to Degner 1 and 2. Taking it nice and slow. It's feeling up the track. Oh, maybe a little bit earlier on brakes there. Also, you got to be careful about changing gears while turning. Whoa! Oh yeah. I felt her letting go, and I just thought, she wouldn't be at this speed because of all the downforce, but nope, she bit. I did try to take a look at my recent streams. Oh, cool, man. I tell you what, drop a link in the chat, and more, just head over to my website to find my Discord link. Let's join up. Let's stream together. Let's race together. I'd love that. So, yeah, man, let's form a connection here. Okay, so Porsche bit me around that corner. Lesson learned. When she gets wild, you need to respect it. This doesn't have traction control. That's why I thought it did. She has no traction control. She will bite. That's part of the challenge, I guess. I'm up for it. There we go. Nice and smooth. Medium throttle application. So far, so good. Very gingerly through there. Okay, here we've got to remember to brake a little bit earlier. Better. Okay, here we go. Just be careful on throttle application. See, she's already starting to get a bit squirrely. There we go. Get her straightened out. There we go. There we go, and we're off. Yeah, so Simmer Fratello, definitely. Let's connect on Discord, man. I wasn't sure, yeah. Okay, fine. I wasn't sure if I need to brake because, again, this car creates so much downforce that I thought just one gear down and we can just fly through 300R, I think it is, or 180R. And so there we go. Now we know our braking points for this. No more excuses. Let's go. Flat on acceleration here. Flat. That's the beauty of a GT3 Porsche. That was a bit village. Oof. She wants to. She wants to. She almost bit my head off there. Here we go. You can feel the bumps really well through the steering wheel. Come on, turn, baby. There we go. Okay, so 180R, I've got to respect it. Brake a little bit earlier for it. That's slow, but it'll do it. And did we get it? Yeah, we got it. Again, like I've said in multiple times, I'm not going for level 3 here. We're just trying to get through these so we can get to Belgium. I can drop it in your Discord. Yeah, thanks, man. That'll be cool. 201 on Nürburgring Assetto Corsa Competizione. Is that good? Nürburgring, a 2-minute lap time. If you're driving an X car, yes. That's nuts. Hang on. So if you're talking Nürburgring as in the GP track with a BMW M3 GT3, M4, sorry, I keep saying M3 201, I don't know. That's probably good. I'll have to try that out myself to see. Okay, cool. 1 second, team. I'm just going to chuck in Spotify into this because I like having a bit of music in the background. So hold tight. Let's put in the music. And so it is an audio capture source. No. Hang on, let me just see here. How do we do this? Yeah. Cool. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I can do this actually. That's even smarter. Cool. There we go. Paste. Lay. There we go. Got a bit of music in there now. All right, excellent. Just a bit more fun there. Yes, on ACC, I connected to your server if you're free for some laps now. Maybe I'll learn a couple of things with you. I would love to, but, you know, I don't want to mislead the other people joining this. The focus for today is for me to, well, I first have to just finish this last license. Then I'm going to go into Spa and I'm going to drive a race that just goes through. So what we can do is, like I said, let's connect up and then we set up a proper stream and then take it from there next time. Maybe once I've completed that Spa race, then we can go for a smash, maybe go and have a look and see what you were talking about with that SF25. Okay, I didn't even see which track we're on, but it looks like it's Bathurst, just judging by the thrifty in the crowd. So the good news, I do know Bathurst, but I think that it's a bit overcast, and so I just got to be careful on throttle application. Anyway, there's only one way to figure this out. Yeah, this is Bathurst. There we go. Still one of my favorite tracks. Usually brake at the 100. Not sure how fast we can go through here. We should be able to go fast because we have downforce. There we go, and we're through. I did so many laps in my previous Bathurst stream that it's still there in my head. So far so good. Let's see, we should be able to take this flat in the GT3 car. Wow, you can brake even later there? Wow, that's impressive. This is such a dangerous corner. What do we need, a 220? Yeah. First time. Oof. Hey, Super Fratello, how amazing does that frickin' sound, man? Amazing. Okay, cool. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we've done our licenses. All right. Just like the big problem here is there's no firework, congratulations, you're amazing, none of that. It's just you've done it. But I think in the main game, once it's released, you'll get that. All right, so let's head over to the dealership. I love the fact that they have different cars for the different icons. You know, having the 296 for the garage and my trusty S2000 down there in custom, but surely in the dealership they can put something a little bit sexier than a Mazda race car, though it is super cool. Okay, so what are we doing today? We are buying a Porsche and we're going for the GT3 Cup 992, and now you can choose different liveries of it. Okay, and so there's a couple of different ones here you can see. Ooh, that is so good. Customer 1 presentation livery. All right, so let's go for this one, and then we're going to configure it. And exterior, body color. So I went for this gold. I just thought it's something different because I've had so many Porsches that are black and that are white and that are red, and so I thought let's switch it up. Let's go for gold. All right, actually let me use my mouse, it's going to make things so much easier. And then for segment 3 we've got our white stripes. I'm happy with that. Excellent. And then wheels, you can go two-tone design, but for me I'm going to go with a white color. I think that suits the gold good. And then endurance spec, and so that's strange. So this one doesn't come with the options of adding Le Mans lights. Let's go back. Yes, discard. Okay, so maybe if I go with this one, let's see if this one comes with the endurance spec. No, you see, that's strange. It's very different. Very strange. Because I had the experience too. Ooh, that's sexy as well. Let's check that out. Configure. Parts. See it. That's weird. Very weird. Okay, let's be smart about this. We'll head back. Mode selection. Open mode. Vehicles. My garage. So just notice here, you see just below where that Porsche banner is here, you see this a yellow light strip coming down here and here, which by the way I probably need to capture cursor. There we go. There we go. So now you should be able to see my mouse. There we go. So you see here where the Porsche banner is, there's a light here and a light here. So that's for night racing. So you want those lights so other cars can see you. And so let's just quickly go and see which one that was. Maybe it's a very specific spec. So you see Carrera base variant Porsche Cup Customer 2. Okay, cool. So we'll go mode selection, career mode, vehicles, dealership, Porsche, bang. And so Porsche Customer Cup 2. That was the one that I had. Okay, it's okay. Okay, all right. Let's see. Parts. Oh. Scarred. Let's just have a look through here. So we'll see if any of them have lights. Is that a light bar or is that just text? It could just be that it's not showing it in this mode. Strange. Just 1 second. Sorry, this is not the most exciting thing to watch, I know. Because I really need to... No. Really want the exact spec that I've got there, including the yellow. So you see, this is a Carrera Cup base variant Porsche Customer 2. I'm just going to make my life easy and just snap a picture of that. Because there's so many options. I'm getting confused. No. And I get confused easily. Vehicles, dealership, Porsche. I'm getting this down packed now. Okay, so we want the Carrera Cup base variant. Base variant. Customer 2. There we go. Carrera Cup base variant Porsche Cup Customer 2. You see, so it doesn't show any lights here. So confirm. Now we configure it. Parts. You see, there's no electronics. So I wonder if it's not allowed in this version. Anyway, it's fine. We'll do without the lights. Body color. We said we're going gold with the white stripes. That's beautiful. I wonder if silver would match it better. Headlight color, yellow for sure. Are you kidding me? Was there even a choice? I like the silver. It's a little more stylish than all white. So, okay, we'll do that. Wheels we've covered. Parts. Let's see. This is so... I'm trying to see what the difference is here. The endurance has got holes in it. Okay, cool. That's what we want. All right, let's buy ourselves a Porsche, shall we? And again, there's like, this is what Gran Turismo does so well. It makes, you know, drives the car out and makes music, makes you feel like you've just bought something really cool, but not here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what did we set out to do? We are going to, and by the way, Simmer Fratello, I look forward to streaming with you, and sorry we couldn't race now. I did want to just make sure that the core part of what I'm streaming today is achieved, but definitely let's set up a multiplayer race at some point. Okay, so we're just doing a quick race, Spa Francorchamps, and so let's go and have a look at my settings. So it's 30 minutes, 48 times. We start at the official time that a 24-hour race would start is 4:30. Like I said, a multiplier as time 8 is 48. So we're going to go through a full 24-hour day-night cycle in 30 minutes. Grid starting position. So let's... So what I think we'll do, we'll bring this down from 80 to 95. and we will do 16th position. So I'll start from last, and hopefully within a half an hour I'll be able to work my way to the front. I'm going to go single make off. This could be a big mistake because I don't know what GT3 cars, like the other day I did an S2000 and it put me up against a 911 Turbo. Don't get me wrong, on a very tight, twisty Tsukuba racetrack, that S2000 will keep that Porsche Turbo honest. But I've raced at Monza and no chance on the straights. Plus there was a Super Turbo as well. So I tell you what, we'll say single make off, and then we'll have a look to see what we're up against. If it's all GT3s at Spa with that long straight, maybe, but we'll see. Okay, so it is Spa. We've got our Porsche. I'm running dynamic weather. This is dangerous, but I want to see what it's got. And then assist. So ignition exists on, because I think it's stupid that you're on the starting grid. All the other cars are starting, you have to start yours. I get it for in the garage, and I get for it at like a parking lot, but not on a freaking start line. Automatic gearbox off, automatic clutch on because I am not running a manual gearbox. Standing assistance off, automatic throttle bit, obviously, automatic headlights. So I've got the lights set up, I've got the wipers set up, ideal line off, traction control, stability control is off. So that's what we're running. Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, definitely going to need a sip. So if all goes well, this is going to be a 30-minute long race. I'm not the biggest fan of gold cars, but this thing looks super sexy, especially at night. Okay, so what are we running? We're running against Maserati GT2s. And if you look down the order, that kind of shows the order of qualification. And so we've got a GT3 in third place, and it'd be interesting. Does timetables? No, it doesn't show what qualifying times they did, but I think it's safe to say that the Maserati GT2, it shouldn't be racing against GT3 cars. But anyway, we will give it a go. If we don't win, that's okay. I haven't touched vehicle setup though. That's actually a good question, is how is going to be tire wear and fuel. So we're not going to mess around with any of this. We'll just hope that it's good. Fuel and strategy. Okay, so fuel, tires, slick. Okay, what options do we have? Oh, it's slick and wet. All right, this will be massively upgraded. Okay, so I don't know how much the tires will last, so let's take a gamble. I'm gonna go for 80 liters of fuel on slicks, and let's see how she holds. Suspension, dampeners, aero, we're not gonna try that. Though, let me just think. Spa, you've got good straights. You should have medium downforce. Let's just run that. Apply. Back. Oh, and maybe vehicle setup. I need to. Good. I need to load and save this, and we go. Okay, save. Cool. Now it's already running really slowly, so I wonder if it's because there's so many cars loaded. So as I've mentioned at the start of the stream, unfortunately, it doesn't run super smooth for me at the moment. But let's see how it does in the race. Okay, let's give it a go. Now remember, I'm starting in very last place. We've got a bunch of GT4 Caymans ahead of us. Then we'll get into our competition. It'll be interesting to see how we do. All right. Without further ado, I tried to time that sneakily. Unfortunately, when you're playing against AI, they have a bad habit of knowing exactly when the light goes green, whereas us normal, mere mortal humans don't. It's running pretty badly. I might have to decrease graphics here a bit. Well, we first must make it through the first corner so we can go. It's running a bit really like ass at the moment, so I might turn the graphics down. We'll do one more time. Maybe it's just because all the cars are in the same place. Cool, good start. Sneaky inside line there. Doesn't know about this. I have no idea if this can go through. That was... I can't wait to see the replay of that. This car has no ABS. Oh shit, I know why. I picked the one without ABS. I'm an idiot. ABS and traction control because I was going for lights. Okay. This is JJ spec. Next level spec. Okay, that is really bad. That's really bad. And I tell you why. So I was turning right. I couldn't disconnect from the car because the car kept pushing me, and I think that's an AI thing. So you could see it. It's literally, if you just have this contact against the AI, you're doomed because they just keep pushing against you. A real person wouldn't keep turning right. They would steer off to the left. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. Hey, to be fair, that overtake maneuver was a bit dodge. Oh goodness, the fact that we have no ABS, no traction control. This is gonna be fun. Okay, one worse position than last time. Oh, come on, you can't be driving that slow, dude. You see that? He literally just parked. Oh my goodness, okay. This is not going to be easy. Not the best way to take that corner, I'm not gonna lie. That noise of just squealing tires. Man, this is gonna melt my tires if I have to do that all the time. What are we in? 6th place. All right, we're climbing. Okay, let's settle in for the night. And what do we do here? Increase wiper speed, there's no rain. Do I even have DRS? We'll find out later. Okay, a little shortcut. Didn't take that seriously enough. Are you kidding me? Okay. I've just looked at the time delta, and I think those Maseratis at the front are on another level. That's why they were first and second in the start, and so they're extending. Even though I made a mistake there, I think if I drove perfect laps, it still would not be good enough. And so we are going to go to single make on. Apply. Now let's give it a go. Man, that's crazy. So no ABS, eh? Hey JJ, cool camera setups. Have fun on the track. Oh, thanks, Joellen. Appreciate it. Thank you. There's a couple of setups here. We've got our corner cam. We've got actually, hang on, let's just go here. We've got a beautiful Porsche that's just chilling in the background. By the way, it's frozen up now because I've chosen to do this while the game's busy loading a map. But what do you think of my beautiful golden Porsche? Ooh, baby. Anyways. Oh, yeah. See, I literally just caused Assetto Corsa to crash. It did not like that at all. How's things on your side, though, Joellen? Hopefully good. Hopefully the year started off well. Yeah, so I've got 32 gigs of RAM. But I felt that Assetto Corsa has crashed a few times. But again, it's version 0.4.1. If you look in the bottom left corner, you see version 0.4.1. This is everything they've added in the last release, which is now a month and a bit old. But trust me, there is more to come. Okay, so we were in career mode. I still can't believe it. Hang on, should we just... Yeah, let's have a look. Dealerships, Porsche... Bang. And so you see there's an ABS in the traction control variant. And we can afford it. So how many people do you know that have 2 traction controls? I just want to see if I run this one in gold. Is there going to be black? You see, you can only change the headlight color if you run those variants. But if I do this one, configure, exterior, body color, gold, colors, we did run a silver, which, yeah, all right, fine, that's all right, cool. Body color, headlight color, hell yeah. Wheels, wheel color, white parts, endurance spec bumper. Okay, apply and back, and then no, confirm purchase. Yes, and there we go. we now own 2 of the same Porsches. And so what I should probably just quickly do is just customize and change this color so I don't get confused between the 2. Exterior, body color, black. Ooh, that looks good as well. See, there's no cost yet to configure your car, but I'm sure they'll add that at some point. All right, so back, garage, and yes. It's not so much for the traction control that I wanted, it's for the ABS, because in real racing they run very complex ABS setups, and so it is real to do it this way, but you can't dial it down. Once your tire's up to temperature or the track's in a good situation, I'm not too fussed about the traction control. It's mostly just that ABS. Okay, single player. Okay, we should still have all of the settings here. Single make on, that's all good. Okay, let's go. Oof. Again, massive shout out to Stream Beats by Harris Heller, man. They are the shizzle-manizzle. Hey, you've got a few people watching here. Feel free to hit the like button, give us a subscription or a follow. It'd be great to hear from you. I've got a live chat actually up on screen, so don't be shy to say hello. Okay, so now we'll start from last, but now at least we're racing against the same level of cars. And how good does that golden Porsche look? I hate golden cars, but ooh, especially under the lights. I think I'm saying exactly what I said a few minutes ago, but anyway, here we go. All right. Now we don't have to worry about unrealistically fast Maseratis running away from us. Okay, so immediately I've turned my ABS down to 2. And traction control down to 2. Just so those tire temperatures come up to scratch. Oof, she's loose. Okay, start nice and wide. Cut back, see if we can get the inside scoop. No, she's good. Yeah, that was a bit ballsy by me. That was stupid. Anyway, we got it in the end. Beautiful sunset. Yeah, I got a fairly decent exit there. Okay, we go into night, so lights on. Why did he brake there? Little scaredy cat. Okay, we're up to 4th, we're coming in. Flash them a little bit, let them know I'm coming through. 150. Come on, dude. Get in the AI's head, right? How much is the slipstream worth in this? A little bit. was stupid by me. Oh, that corner keeps biting me, and I keep going too tight on it. Why did they brake mid-corner there? It's stupid. Not my best overtake, I'm not gonna lie, but I want to get to the front. I'd never do that in real life racing. Never. Well, not never, but never on purpose. Would never take that much curve in real life too. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so let's have a look here. We've got 21 laps of fuel. Tires, I have no idea what the condition is. Oh my goodness, focus on the road, bro. Love the lighting effects. "24 minutes to go." Fuel looks okay. I'm not sure how to read tire condition. Again, I don't know if this has DRS. We will learn that later. I really need to learn my braking point there. Just the brake markers aren't that clear for me. Anyway, this guy's good. Stop braking in the middle of the corner. That's not realistic. You would never do that in real life. Okay, so you do have to go down a gear there. I was just gonna see how much speed I can take into it. I love the fog effects. Fuel 15, that's good. Again, I don't know what the condition of my tires are, but they look fine. And typical Spa, it starts to rain. So the question is, should we pit for slicks? This is where I need a pit crew to tell me. Yeah, it's raining hard. We have to pit. I just don't know how much grip I have, which would be realistic. The car still feels like it's dry. I don't know, team. It's still dry enough for me to be able to hold my line, so I'm going to go one more. Maybe turn traction control up a little bit. Take ABS up one. We'll go for another lap. See if the rain stops. Definitely keeping me honest. Got another 2 laps. Hopefully this rain stops. That was touch and go. See, the AI is really good in the rain. We're not getting any aquaplaning yet. He says, and then we aquaplane. Holy shit. Yeah, that's race over. Whoa, okay. All right. So that was, firstly, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, the rain caught us out. Now, it is dynamic, so it doesn't mean the same will happen again. Should I have stayed out? I think so. And, you know, commentator's courage for a person like me is massive. Honestly, I sometimes feel like I'm the main character. Just kidding. But I do sometimes have... Oh, hang on. I just got a message from somebody on Discord asking if anybody's got some wins on EB Games. Unfortunately, EB Games is closing down here in New Zealand, and so they're selling games on a massive discount. So if you're watching in New Zealand, go and check out EB Games, see if you can get some wins. But anyway, I cursed myself by going, there's been no aquaplaning, and then I just got the slightest little oversteer, and from my previous stream, I learned that the moment you get the slightest little oversteer, take it seriously. And what I did, which is a mistake, is I took my foot off the accelerator. And so if I can try to explain the dynamics, maybe if let's go to a bit of a wider view. If you're driving like this and your car starts to slide this way, all the pressure of the weight of the car is on the outside 2 wheels, right? So you imagine here's a wheel and here's a wheel, and the suspension is pushing. the moment you lift off your accelerator, all right, it generates what's referred to as lift-off oversteering. So what it means is the weight's evenly spread on both wheels, maybe a little bit to the front, but the moment you lift off, the car pitches more forward because it's losing speed at the same time, and so it takes more weight off of the back wheel and transfers it to the front. Now, more weight in some ways can be seen as a bad thing, but also it can also be seen as more pressure. That's what downforce does. And so by me lifting off as I had that drift, it created this scenario where the rear wheel, which really needs as much grip and stability as possible in that situation, suddenly lost some pressure, and so whoop, around I went. But I didn't take it seriously enough in the steering part. If I just done the correction on the steering, kept the throttle, we would have been fine. But I tell you what, not a bad start. I'm impressed. The AI, I can take it a bit easier. I was a bit pushy there at the start, so we'll be able to get this through. But then the rain side of things, it's going to be tricky for sure, because the AI just drives perfectly in the rain. So we'll do it again. I wasn't expecting this to be finished on the first try. For shizzle my nizzle. All right. Fifth? Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, here we go. That's because I'm used to the licenses. Licenses, the timer just goes automatically. Okay, here we go. Okay, good start. Just got to be careful in this Rouge and Radion. They take it really slow. Okay, let's bring our traction control down to 2, ABS to 2. I literally did the same thing I told myself not to do. Come on, dude. Come on. The same corner, same thing. Just kept my foot planted. This time, though, didn't take the slide seriously. I was like, drifting it. Bit of front lip damage, probably not too serious. What? No. that's not cool. No, 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 no. You see, so I can even show you there. So watch this. So if we just go back. So let's go camera. And let's go to the previous vehicle. So I've done an overtake. Cheeky for sure, but it's done. And so if we go really forward slowly, okay, look, I'm continuously turning. There's more than enough space. And so look, I'm already straightening. And so they push against me. Look, they're still turning right. Like I'm not there and just turning me around. And so unfortunately that's an AI thing. And, you know, that'll be some feedback that maybe I need to give Assetto Corsa is if there's a collision, they should definitely, I mean, this was not cheeky. I think this was beautiful. And so let's have a look. You know, there's a bit of touching there, but I think it's not even realistic. And netcode kind of concept, but this is not cool. So as we go through, there's like, if this AI stuck to the line, that's perfectly fine. In real life, a person would do that, but at this point, it just keeps attacking me, and so I'm gonna claim that one as a boo-boo. Okay, thank you. My steering wheel just freaked the hell out. Okay, we'll try that again. Oh, we had such a good start, man. I wanted to get through there with no damage, so I took it a bit slower. Oh, that's hilarious. In my head, I was like, okay, you know what? Just take it slowly. And then my balls was like, nah, bruh. Just go for it with cold tires through Eau Rouge and Radion. No problem. It will be fine, they said. A little bit of damage on the front, but I would say that was minor. That's rubbing. Might get him into this corner. And what do we do? That was clean racing by us. I mean, I made a mistake, that's fine. How you rejoin safely, that's the key. Just, they won't be braking that much here. And then here, there's no reason to brake. No reason to brake. Sorry, dude, I'm taking this one. Beautiful sunset, as per usual. That was ballsy. Oh shit, and they're gonna brake here in front of me, so I gotta be careful. What are we in? Position 5, alright? Oh, I think I'm tucked underneath him just enough to make this move stick. Block the apex. Nice. Wake up, bro. Come at me, bro. Again, they just take it so damn slow. It's unrealistic. I keep catching them at this point. It's annoying as hell. Not the cleanest. Okay, we're up to P3. 21 laps of fuel. Sorry, 21 liters of fuel. There we go. The only question I've got, I'll pause here for a second. The only question I've got is I am not fueled to go to the end. I do want to have a pit stop. I don't know if they're fueled to go to the end. If that is the case, then we probably won't win this. But in that case, I'm okay with losing. Let's go the half an hour. I've never done a pit stop in Assetto Corsa Evo either, so it'll be interesting to see if you just drive in and they do stuff or how it works. We'll figure it out as we go. Anyways, here we go. Go fetch that guy. They do Rouge and Radion very well. I'd love to see what my heart rate jumps to in a few seconds. He's pushing me, he's pushing me. I had to take the grass, a Kevin Est maneuver. They're definitely aggressive, which is cool. I like that. Okay. 16 liters of fuel. And here we go. I need to put my wipers on my steering wheel. That is not safe. Okay, so exactly same weather situation as last time. Just gotta be careful. Okay, so far, that's all right. And those lights are crazy, right? Okay, so we're going to bump up traction control to 5, ABS, or makes 5, thank you. Okay. If it keeps raining, we'll have to maybe take that traction control even though. Braked really early there, so old AI is going to come right up our butthole now. Focus. Okay, yep, there's understeer. It's getting wet now. Very wet. I'm gonna pit. There's no rain radar that tells me anything. This could continue for the entire race now. Okay. Now what? To me, it's raining less. Okay, so what are we doing? Then I think they've just stuck me on the same tires again, but give me 30 liters of fuel. What's our current race time? Yeah, so we'll be able to make it to the end on this, but hopefully the rain stops because I didn't change anything. Okay, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Good morning. Now they have cold tires as well. Oh fuck! I oversteered too much. Damn it! That was stupid. I thought I was fine and I started accelerating. I should have known better. Okay, we will continue. But I think they're not gonna... I don't think they're gonna pit. But that means we might have to restart. Even though I said we're not going to. Oh my goodness, that was stupid. Okay, team, so it's very clear. I don't think they're going to pit, so we're probably going to want to do a couple of things here. So let's go restart session. And we're going to change our vehicle setup, and we're going to go to fuel and strategy. And so 30 liters is not enough to make it to the end, but looks like 60 liters will be. So fill her up, and a little bit more just for sniffs and giggles. Apply. All right, here we go. This is it. We're now going for the win. Wipers off. I see there's a couple of people watching. Feel free to drop in a comment. I've got the chat up. And it helps if I focus instead of where the chat is actually driving. But yeah, there's a chat up in the top right-hand screen. So say hello. Tell me what you think so far. Okay, taking traction channel down to 2. ABS down to 2. Woo! Ho, ho, ho. Cold tires, Eau Rouge, radio on overtake. Not sure I would do that in real life. Brake too early again. I keep forgetting where the braking board marker is for that corner. The easiest overtake today. Oh, what are you doing, dude? Well, I'm leaving space. Bullshit. Yeah, that was crazy. And funny, there's only one setting for the AI. And it's safe. And that was not safe. Here we go. Eau Rouge. At least the tires are a little bit warmer. Nice, tucked up underneath his wing. We should be able to get this overtake done. Oh, we're into the podium positions. Nice color on this Porsche in front of us. Do trailer park girls go around the outside? Watch going off 93 heart rate. Yeah, this game's keeping me awake for sure. Do we dive bomb? Of course we do. Park on the apex. I would say there was an okay overtake. I didn't even flash him. Oh, can't wait to play this in VR. Their wipers are on, so guess what? It's gonna rain. Not my best. That was a bit of a terrible overtake that, turn that. There you go, we know the wipers work now. Bit of a gap. That's good. Bit tight on that apex. Looks like I said there will be rain. There's no rain so far. Touch wood. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so we had 2.7 gap to our nearest competitor, Mr. Connor Phillips. What up? See, what I sometimes have to do, I find, is lift while I change gears mid-corner, because it just gives that little bit of a tick and suddenly I'm in an oversteer moment. We don't want that. Ooh, almost fucked it up. Oh, is that a bit of rain I see? Yep. Get off the bloody sand. What are you, a cat? He's still there, Mr. Connor. Those lights are just despicable. Okay, now the track's had enough water. Now it's going to be Tretch. Dialing up traction control and ABS to 5. Yeah, I can already feel it. But we ain't gonna pit stop, so we're gonna have to keep it tidy. Problem is, our AI is just way better at us through there because they have no balls, they just have AI. Oh, that was Village. Objects may appear closer. I don't know. This mirror is not giving me a real distance. But you'll go, well, the mirror looks pretty bad. Yeah, I have to turn the graphics down to get a nice 60 FPS. This is such a dangerous corner now. See, I'm already drifting. Yeah, if I kept turning there, I would have spun the Porsche. I rather went off. Rather go off than lose it entirely. Yeah, that was not the best lap. Rain still seems to be pretty bad. Oof. Okay, we're gonna go over to the outside. Track's still very wet. Hopefully they upgrade the mirror in this game because, man, it's not telling me much right now. Oh, but this track looks so beautiful. And the sunrise. Far out, that was so close to losing it entirely. Oh, there's no traction. No traction. And they just drive like there's no problem. That's bullshit. Come on. Okay, let's try. Let's try it. Just gotta wait a little bit for it to dry out. We'll go and fight them. That's insane. Like, they have traction that I don't have. See there? Okay. How many minutes do we have? 14 minutes? Let's see if we can catch these bastards. Still wet. Very wet. What? No, man, that's bullshit. Look at that. Like, no, I don't believe that. I braked way earlier than I did before. The rain stopped over a minute ago. Unless my tires are done, I can't believe that. Anyway, hey, we learn. They have no grip. Zero. And I get a penalty. You. That's the worst grip I've had the entire race. It's like I'm driving on ice now. Yeah, look at that. Nothing. Nada. Is my tires worn, and how do I know that? No grip. I have no grip. Nothing. Zero grip. Is it because it's cold? No, look. Ah, for fuck's sakes. So in my last stream I said I will not blame this game. I will not blame the game. But to have your opponents in a low grip situation drive like there's no problem, none, like they can just drive flat out, that is a typical AI thing. But all of a sudden my grip's gone versus them, like, and I haven't been driving extreme in any way, and so I'm very perplexed as to how they can just suddenly just have so much more grip than me. Now yes, it's cold and it's rainy, but the rain stopped. And I mean, realistically, even though the time is accelerated, I don't think the track drying has accelerated. But my tire drop-off was just massive, like massive. And they're not going to pit, so it means I have to stay on this set of tires. 6 minutes to go. I don't know. I just... Oh. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours, 20 minutes. Let's go one more. I'm going to go for one more. The thing is though, I expect it to be the same situation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cop out. We're going to chicken out a little bit. And we're going to turn off that dynamic weather, because for me that is not cool. Static. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, sorry team, it's part of the learning curve, but I'm okay with it driving in the wet, so I'm okay. I spun out a few times, so, but that's part of the learning. But the fact that the AI just seemed like there was no rain at all, that's a bit crazy for me. All right, and the thing is realistically, the AI knows exactly when to brake under which conditions. So it's not true AI. True AI would be like us, sort of reacting in real time to the conditions, whereas it just always knew when to brake. It went through Eau Rouge way faster. The problem is I go just 10k an hour faster through Eau Rouge and the back end spins out and I crash. You take that risk into consideration, you dial it back when it's raining. They didn't, so that was crazy. But then at the end, how my tires just disappeared, that could be down to tire wear, but then the opponents would be having the same problem. And so let's see if it's going to be any better this time. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can win this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fucking swear. That's bullshit, AI. I've gone past you. You can't just do that to me. Alright team, so here we go. We are going to beat this now. But we have to be a bit careful on turn number 1, because AI is really just keen to spin you out. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Try this out. I'm gonna have to blur that certain finger. Okay, now we can settle in a little bit. Gonna overtake this guy on the outside. There we go. Do I have enough closing speed to make this corner? Ooh, that was sick. Just like that, P3, let's go! Nice color on this Porsche in front of us. A baby blue, lilac blue or something like that. Okay, here we go. Give him a little wink. Hello, I'm coming. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the corner. I was thinking about something completely different. See if we can get him on the outside here. Don't know where it is. I guess I could use the radar, but there we go. Overtake done. Nice. So many things I'd like to say, but I'm just gonna let the game do the talking. We go back a vehicle, Back of vehicle. We go back 5 seconds. Slow it down. Okay, so he braked later than I did. Turns in. I'm there. So at this point, there. At the apex, I'm ahead. At this point, everybody knows this corner, the bus stop, I think it is, the bus stop chicane. At this point, you can't just keep turning. So, at this point, now we're in trouble. At this point, this person should obviously straighten up and keep going. I'm ahead. This person's getting a penalty now. And so here's the problem. Jeez, the audio. Don't know why it keeps doing that even if you pause. So at this point, that's now, this person is literally, they're not giving up. I'm ahead by a margin, and so they just turn me around. Not a racing incident. That is shocking. But why am I surprised? I've played this game enough now to know that when it comes to AI, you really have to give it the widest berth you can. And in that situation, I thought I'm perfectly fine, no problem, and it screwed me. Okay, we try again. Amazing start. That's it. Woohoo! They're nice and far ahead. We'll go fetch them. Oopsie. Yeah, that was a very good exit. Love the yellow lights. Very good, very good. Here we go. And brake. Love this blue, light blue color scheme in front of us. I'm not going to try this in a Rouge, in a Radillon, but I'll try and take him on the Camel Straight. Wink, wink, I'm coming. Wink, wink, I'm coming. Parked it on the apex there just so they couldn't overtake. The mirror is really bad at showing lights. Now, of course, it's not at full graphics mode, but yeah, you see suddenly it's there. All right, here we go. Bullshit! I had one wheel on the track. Okay. We'll take him on the inside, hopefully. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Oh, there we go. Please don't spin me, evil AI. He's got the best lap. How's that possible? That's literally not possible. I was behind him. I overtook him. Surely that means I had a better lap. Hello? Trying to stay on the right so he doesn't get a slipstream. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I have to look backwards because again the mirror is not helping me. Alright, we're rolling. Hey, we've got a couple of people watching, and definitely say hello in the chat. I've got the chat box up top right. Just say hello. Do you like this track? Are you a fan of Spa? Oh my goodness, that was so bad. I'm also trying to take care of my tires because I'm conscious they are racing slick soft and we've got to go 30 minutes with them. He says and then does that. So definitely a tip for Assetto Corsa, they need to get their lights better sorted. Like me going a mirror that has no lights in it. I'm like, oh, cool, there's nobody behind me. And then, look, there's nobody. There's somebody, but you can't... You can see the reflection of the light, but you can't see the actual light. I'm going to need some training on this sequence because I just keep messing this up. And I've done a 24-hour race here. Just forget some of that stuff. Ooh, she was starting to let go of it. Just adjusting ABS there and missed my braking point a bit. Gives you so much respect for Formula One drivers because they're busy changing things every corner. Anti-roll bar, brake balance, energy harvesting. And let's just keep going and we're going. Okay, so we got a 4.5 second lead over Mr. Phillips. But we should not relax. Every time I've relaxed, this game has bit me. How many minutes? 19 minutes to go. Best lap? I'll take that. That was nice. Pretty similar to last time. Got distracted by LED lights. I was like, why are they flashing like that? And then, wah wah. Yeah, this is not a good load. All right. And so what we want to do now is just settle into a rhythm. You'll hear a lot of endurance races talk about rhythm. And so dial it back from 100% to maybe 95%. Trying to save the tires a little bit. We got 7.6 fuel left. Oh no, when I restarted it didn't fill up my car. No, game, no, that is not cool. Oh no. All right. My ass is so sore from just... My ass is taking a pounding from this. I don't have a proper race seat, and so I'm sitting on a cushion, and yeah, it's giving my ass a bit of a beating. there, I said that live on stream, but that's very frustrating. I'm so annoyed by that. I had set it up to be 80 fuel, but obviously I exited. But when I came back, it had not remembered that setting. So, oh my God. All right, well, that's it. We keep going. How many? We're almost 3 hours into the stream. Vehicle setup. Fuel and strategy. Man, this game. Oh, don't. Oh, stop. Oh, good. We'll take our very sweet time to get to 60. Okay. Well, we'll be 65 just to be damn sure. And then apply. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to have, hopefully, the most beautiful lean race. Let me just check my pedal cam. That's all right. A little bit forward. Beautiful. All right. 65 liters. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it a go around Spa in 30 minutes. Cool. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to take it on the inside. We'll be a bit safe here. Right, it's to hug the corner as beautiful as possible. No damage. This guy is dangerous though. Cool. That's a good start. What do we do? 7th position from 16th. I feel like we can take this guy into the corner. That was a dive bomb if you ever saw one. Bullshit! I'm gonna go back and see that replay. I was not off track. But we'll see if we can go around the outside. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. Yeah, against this, hey, I'm not going to risk that corner. Okay. See if I can hug the inside here. Ooh, it was ballsy. Oh, we made it. Try not to lose my front lip there. Do you think we can take this guy into Eau Rouge? That's a bit close. I'm going to be safe here. But we're under his wing, so that means we can definitely take him down the Kemmel Straight and into this chicane. Park on Apex. Oops, she almost let go there. I forgot to turn taxi control down to 2. I'm stupid. I was so stupid there. So focused on my ABS settings that I just completely missed my braking point. That was nice. All right, here we go. And brake. Mr. Phillips, how you doing? Okay, we're coming for you. Just the most amazing sequence. So I've actually been to Spa Francorchamps for Formula One race, and being able to watch cars go through Eau Rouge and Raidillon is one of life's great motorsport experiences. But the track is insane. Like a walk around this track, it's the longest track of the season by some margin. This section here, you have no idea how high this actually looks in real life. It's literally, I wouldn't say it's a mountain, but it's a really high hill, and it just keeps going down. This is all downhill, and proper downhill. Yes! I'm not driving flat out. Reason for that is we need to preserve these tires to the end. So they're slick soft. We're doing 30 minutes on them, which is it's a bit spicy. Yeah, that was me trying not to turn too much and lose it. All right, Mr. Phillips, what do you got? Yeah, so got a couple of people watching. Say hi in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. You're on screen at the moment, so just say hi. Unless you want to say something rude, then don't do it. I tell you what, talking through Eau Rouge and Raidillon doesn't seem like the right idea. It's not the strat team. Porsche just doesn't like that section. I think its rear engine is the problem there. Nice and smooth through here. There we go. That's beautiful. Just clip that outside curb. Yeah. The thing is I could steer more. But the problem is if I steer more, I'm literally at the, not the limit of the grip, but the limit of the rear engine grip. And I'm just so cautious at that point, if I steer a little bit more, she's gonna lose grip and spin out. We don't want that. Okay, 20 minutes to go, team. Okay, 4.2 gap to our friend Mr. Phillips. And we got a fastest lap as well. Like a bat out of hell. Lost a bit of time there, unfortunately. You see, she as a Porsche doesn't like me doing a quick flick from left to right in that section. She just feels like she's gonna just lose it. I think a Ferrari mid-engine there. It's gonna be the Strat. Ooh, that was terrible. Focusing on talking there. What a beautiful morning. And by morning, I mean morning at Spa. That was nice. Nice for a 95%, not 100%. Remember, we're trying to make sure our tires make it to the end. There we go. So far, so good. I'm gonna have to go and find out how you see what condition your tires are, or you just have to guess. Because you can obviously see temperature and you can see pressure. Such a beautiful part of the racetrack. I bought this shirt I'm wearing at this corner. At that corner on the outside, there was a little Formula One shop selling shirts. Whew, here we go. Nice, very smooth through there. I like that. Not so smooth through there. So I hold the gear through there. And the reason for that is because should I shift up to fourth, there's a good chance that I can go too fast through that corner. And so holding in a third means that I'm using the gearing as a way to stop me from going through it too fast and drifting out to the left. And by the way, again, the hat's tip off to the wonderful people from Assetto Corsa. You get so used to it, but the audio is fantastic. Everything, the rumble strips, the changing of gears, the screaming of the brakes. It's really good. Okay, so I guess we can probably turn our lights off now. Nah, let's keep it on. It looks cooler, right? I felt the tires just letting go a little bit there, so it's probably going to be time to be careful about how much I'm putting into them. And here comes our first back marker. Blue flags, blue flags. Yeah, I was about to say, if this guy races and hits me, I would uninstall the game until they fix the AI. It's like, come on, that's blue flags, dude. Let it go. Okay, so Connor's 8 seconds behind us. That's the real person we're racing. Oh, so far so good. 11 minutes, 12 minutes to go. Feels looking good. We did overfuel, just to be safe. And we can go through there faster, but I'm preserving the tires. Yep, tires are going. So we gotta be very careful now. You can hear it starting, the ABS is starting to kick in. That's okay, so now we just drive at 90%. Brake a little bit earlier. no risk. Focus on breathing. Here, see? So I hold it, hold it, hold it, shift. Just to make sure I don't, because there's sand there. If you get that wrong, you're in big boo-boo. Big boo-boo. So I'd rather just keep it in that gear for a second longer. There we go, nice and smooth. Nine minutes. Connor's 10 seconds back. Smooth. Just look how beautiful this in the Ardennes forest. Then we're going down like 10 stories of a building in from the start. I'm being so careful through there because you can feel the back end tires are starting to go. And at that point, as you go over the crest, your whole car lifts up from the ground, and so all the weight goes off the wheels, and before you know it, you're in the wall. There we go, nice and smooth. Was thinking about tire life, and Jimmy Broadbent, for some reason, he did such a cool stream the other day. If you don't know who Jimmy Broadbent is, after watching this, go and check him out. He's, for me, the racing sim streamer, and the fact that he's moved into real world racing and won at the Nürburgring, that is amazing. And so interesting, what seems to be happening now is I'm starting to get like tunnel vision and not focusing. Now that's good. That means that you're starting to use your subconscious driving, So I've got to focus on breathing, but still keep it high on my braking points. It's so easy for you to just lose focus, snatch a wheel, spin, and it's over. Okay, we got 9 seconds, see? So we're taking it relaxed, but Connor is catching up. And that's okay, that's what we built that margin for. Oof. I'm very slow through them. Okay, so lap's about 2:30 when it's really good. So we're probably going to get about 2 more laps after this one. That was nice. Well, good afternoon if you've just joined us. We're into the next day at Spa. We managed to survive the night in the morning. Now just trying to stay calm, bring the car home nice and slowly. And that's because we've done 25 minutes on a set of slicks, the soft compound. And so of course they're going to be a little bit tired. And so we don't want to just spin this car out. So we're just maintaining our gap. To Mr. Connor Phillips, who's 10.8 seconds behind us. There we go. Just cutting that inside curb. It's quite a normal thing to do, I think. Concentrating on something else there. Like, stupid. Come on. Deep breaths, focus, and brake. Slow throttle application. Keep that white line in the middle of your dashboard. Open up the steering wheel, clip the outside curb. Come back in, brake. Try to climb the inside curb, and go. Now we look for the curve on the right, curb, and then brake at the curb. Down to fourth, nice and slow, medium throttle. Lean it out to the outside, clip that, and then start bringing the power on slowly. She wants to let go. Fifth, outside curb, and then here we go, and brake. Down to second, hold second so we don't overspeed for the next corner. Hold, 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 hold. Change. Clip the inside, nice and smooth on throttle application, and out. And then brake. Down to second so we don't overspeed, and up to third. Then hold third again so we don't overspeed this corner. Just hold the inside line and go. Fourth gear. Now we can take a deep breath and focus. One of the fastest corners in the world. Here, Formula One cards flat, brake, down to fifth, and hope it sticks, and she does. And then watch for the white line and brake. As wide as you can. There we go, nice and slow. Be careful, it's easy to spin. Throttle slowly in. And there we go. And this will be our last lap. Got a bit of lap traffic to, traffic to lap. That was nice exit. You can see by the time at the top, I'm actually catching up on the straight to my previous best time for this sector or section of the track. Tires are letting go, so I need to be careful. So the problem is the lap traffic doesn't get out of the way properly, so I had to do the old switcheroo there, so I was going to kill my lap time, but that's alright. Let's just be careful not spinning this car on the last lap, that would be terrible. Commentator's curse, I'm doing it again. Cat, smack, smack, make up words. I don't know how you undo a commentator's curse, but cat smack smack seems to be what I'm going for. I'll let you know in a minute if it works. There we go. Leader on the last lap. Yes, sirree. That is us. Oof, there we go, team. So that is Spa24 in a little over 30 minutes. And yeah, Connor ultimately was 14 seconds behind us. Yes. Yes, 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 team. We did it. Now you can already push the end button here, but I'm so addicted to this game that I'm just gonna do what you would do in real life. But technically in real life, I don't think they go all around the track. I think they actually turn into the pits going the opposite way after the finish line. But I don't want to do that to this game because that'll disqualify me or something like that. So let's just drive into the pits like we should. And of course, there's people in the crowds, you know, wave to them. Hope you sleep well. Enjoy your drive back home, or if you're camping tonight, good luck. Trust me, I've done that. It is insane. Camping at Spa, it's like a music festival, but every second tent is a music festival. It's like they compete to see who's got the biggest sound system at their tent or camper van. There's no sleeping unless you're in a soundproof area or you got really good earplugs. Yeah, so all you do is you make friends, drink German beer, and go through an entire weekend where there's little sleep as, well, you get very little sleep, so. But the people are awesome. The only problem with Spa is it rains a lot. When I was camping, the first night you were trying to dodge the mud as you were walking around in the campsite. The second night, you just walk through the mud. If you're gonna go to Spa, take tall gumboots. Tall gumboots. And an extremely good poncho. I had a really good one. Oh, that's a good feeling, team. I'm very, very, very happy with that performance. Love the fact that the whistle blows as you enter the pits, just like in the real world. We ended with 5.6 fuel. Whew. Finished first, 40,000 V-Bucks as I call it. Oof. A lot of experience. Yes, we ended up beating old Mr. Connor by 15 seconds. Replay. So firstly, let's save it before I forget. And then let's just watch. Shall we watch? Let's go right to... Oh, hang on. It doesn't have all the way to the start? Oh, I guess it's set to only record the last 20 minutes. Okay. Well, let's watch this just a little bit. Yep. So again, graphics are not turned up to max, but even at this lower graphics setting, it looks amazing. How's that gold Porsche, eh? For those who joined late didn't see the original gold color? Yes. Not a fan of gold cars, but I thought it worked well. Oof. Alright, then let's go to the darkness. Hang on, the darkness is... Oh, this is already in the morning. No? Sorry. That's strange. Weird. It's almost like the weather effects are not updating for the time. See what I mean? Anyways. Such a beautiful gun. Alright. So while this is happening, I'll give my summary so far. So this was extremely challenging. Okay? I will admit that there were some mistakes. There were lessons learned about how it works. There were also things that I learned about AI, and I stand by it. Oh, what a view. It's not easy to make AI do good, but there are situations in previous runs that I did where AI just did something that was crucially bad. Oh, at that noise, man. When I closed my eyes and there was a Porsche Cup race at Spa, I'll show the video maybe next time, and this is as close as you can get. The pops, especially the difference how it sounds from the front to the back, and that exhaust of that flat six. So good. Oof. She's a honey. My goodness. All right, let's say goodbye to our beautiful Porsche. Are you sure you want to return to the main menu? We are sure. All right, team. This has been great. There have been moments where I've swore. There were points where I was really mad at both myself and at the AI. I haven't blamed the game. There was one little race that I did where my tires just suddenly let go in the rain, and I just felt that was maybe unrealistic. But again, they're working on various things. With the last update, they made a major change to how the tires worked, things like that, and so they're still focusing on it. But importantly, this is still a early access pre-release version. If you look in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you'll see it's version 0.4.1, and so that does mean that it's not going to be amazingly accurate, good, full of content. But I say again, you can get this for half price now. When it releases, it is going to be double the price it is now easily, and honestly, you're gonna not regret it. Even just what I've raced so far in this pre-release early access version is worth it. But hey, I'm gonna call it there. It's been a great stream. We've been doing 3.5 hours of this. Obviously, if you want to learn more about me, you want to connect up to my Discord, you want to see my socials, or importantly, you want to see what's happening in my schedule, head over to nextleveljj.com. It's all there. I keep it up to date generally, and I'll be releasing my updated schedule for next week tomorrow, so go check it out. And then, as always, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Go check them out on Spotify. They are the shizzle manizzle. Right now we're listening to Ignition is their album, and Late Ignition is their song. So it's been awesome. I really enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.